Hello again. Welcome back. Progress has been made on the guitar. More progress because old jacks were garbage. The 13-pin jacks, unfortunately. Who knew? But time will tell if the new solution will prove itself worthy. Dun 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 dun. The 13-pin cable has been replaced by a far beefier 15-pin cable, which plugs right into the side of the guitar. That also means that I have 2 extra pins to figure out something to do with, possibly. Probably more MIDI controllers. What you see here is the old 13-pin circular jack that I had installed on the back of the guitar, where I would normally put a more traditional 1/4-inch jack. It didn't really work out. It wouldn't stay grounded reliably, and it caused all sorts of problems, and you know, if you can't trust your electronics, you can't really use them. So I thought to myself, what could I replace this 13-pin connector with that would be more reliable? So I started thinking about common, easy to obtain connectors that have 13 or more pins. What does anybody think of? If anybody recognizes these, if they say VGA, technically correct. If you say DB15, incorrect. These are DE15HD high density ports. They're high density because if you can see, there is an awful lot of pins in that tiny little space, and it's kind of a pain to solder. But aside from being a pain to solder, I found that modern VGA cables tend to only have 12 to 13 pins actually connected on the inside, and sometimes they tie some together for grounds, and it was a bad scene when I realized the problems I was getting myself into wanting to use all the pins. So dun 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 dun. If anybody recognizes these, game port, maybe some old serial stuff. These are DA15 ports. These particular 15-pin ports are not high density. As you can see, they're the pins are a bit further apart, and there's only 2 rows of them, so it's much easier to solder by hand. And aside from that, I was able to reliably find cables that were a 1-to-1 15 connections. So yeah, that wraps up the jack summary. Lots of information about jacks and cables. Next video is going to be some demos of the guitar in action, so stand by and we'll see if I can figure out how to make that show up somewhere in the end of this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.